Hi all, Karen here. Today we're going to be making some slider cards. They're the ones that you can have these pieces that go back and forth and slide. This diamond press set kind of screamed to be made into slider cards with the car and the scooter here. So this one is a slimline, 4 by 9. This is a regular 5 by 7. And what we're going to be doing today is a slimline. But what we're not going to do it the regular way with the penny. We're going to be using these glider pieces. Now, I'm going to hold these up here. So I bought these on Simon Says Stamp. And instead of using a penny, these pieces have, put one out here, little slots. So you just slide these in and it catches and you don't have to add anything else to it. So it's less weight, it's a little less bulk. But yeah, it's nice. You don't have to be scavenging around for a penny. They make 2 different kinds, which if you go to buy these, you need to make sure you know which kind you're buying. See how this says sliding? This says rotating. Sliding means, that's what's on this one. It just goes back and forth. And so what you have sliding back and forth in the card stays put, does not spin in a circle. The rotating one, they'll go around in a circle. They'll spin. And they do mark them on the back. The sliding one has a straight line on it. And the rotating one has circles on the back, which makes it a little easy to keep track if you mix them all up together. So that's what we're going to use. Now, the one thing I have noticed is that the set I bought that has the slider die in it is too wide for this. This needs to be 1/4 of an inch. So we are going to have to cut that on a trimmer instead of using a die. So these are the stamps and dies I used for the set. They were, let's see, this is the Diamond Press set. It had a car, a scooter. It has various sentiments in it. It has some clouds, a sun. It has a flag. It has some balloons. It's a real nice little set. So that's what we're going to be using today. So let's get started with this card. Now I've done a little prep work in it because what I wanted to really show was how to use these little sliders that I found. We don't want our cards spinning, so we're going to put the other ones over there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp the inside because you don't want to have to stamp your sentiment once you have everything on here because it may smash the card and then it won't slide as well. Alright, so I'm just going to put this here. And this card is going to be a wedding card. And on the outside it's going to say, "May all your roads lead to happiness." And then on the inside will just be "congrats." So we'll just put this in the center. Let me turn it this way so I can tell if it's in the center. That looks good. Now we will pick up the stamp. This is the first time I'm using this one, so hopefully we'll get some good coverage here. My little tool. And we'll stamp it a second time. And I'm using the Gina K dye ink for this. I like it because it is very black. Give the ink time to transfer. And there we go. So the inside is done. Put this over here so it doesn't get lost. This to the side. All right, now we can concentrate on the fronts. just a little bit more. All right, so this is a slimline. So normally it would be a 9 by 4. I did cut this down a little bit smaller. Make sure it fit in my envelope okay, because it is going to be a little thicker. But a 9 by 4 should fit in here just fine. Let's get all of our pieces ready. All right, so this is going to be our mat layer. This is going to be down here, and this will be on top. Then this will be in here. So first thing we have to do is figure out where we're going to cut this, because we don't want the car hanging off the card. And we're probably going to want to put the slide about halfway down for balance. So we're probably going to want to cut from here. And if it slides down to the end, about there. So that's all we really need to cut. And we want it to sit on the road. We're probably going to want to start about here. Yep, that would be good. All right, so we need our trimmer. All of our pieces over here. So we want to line this up. So let's close this first. We can find our mark. All right, so we're going to start at the 3/4 line here. Make sure we're straight. All right, we're going to start here. Go down to 7 1/4. We're going to shift down 1/4 inch. We're at 7 1/4. And we're going to come down to here. All right. So now carefully cut this, because we're going to want to use this piece. I'm going to erase the pencil lines. I have a little something hanging there. All right, so now we have our slider. I'm going to slide it in one side, slide it in the other, and it goes back and forth. Okay. Now let's attach it. So this will have to sit on here. And actually, let's make our life a little bit easier. Let's just take this here. Take some of the blue. We want to go in through here. And that should cover our spot. So we won't have to add any more bulk. That would be perfect. All right, so we have, let's see. So first let's glue our happiness on here. This is clogged. So let me use hold this over here. We'll be brave. We'll use the big bottle. Just gonna tap it. Barely squeezing, just kind of tapping. Tap, tap, tap. Get my little strings off of here. And let's line up the happiness. Alright, so we have happiness. Then we will need the cloud, which we can put over here. First, let's put our car on so we can decide. Let's push this all the way over. So we can line up our car. And I'm using tacky glue for this. So we want this to be kind of in the middle of the car. Okay, so we'll press down. Maybe we'll let that dry. So if our car is going to go over here, we can still have room for a cloud over here. Let's put a cloud over here. I got a little overzealous with the glue. All right. So now let's glue down our sun. Now let's slide the car over to the other side. You can see where it's going to go. We have plenty of room here. So I'm going to hang the sun off this card a little bit. Now the inside of the sun, I'm going to raise up a little bit. And a foam pad. You know what? I don't like it on the foam pad. Let's take it off. That is too tall. So I'm going to take this foam I have that is a lot thinner than that. Cut a little piece off and I'm going to use this. This won't be so tall. Let's see if this is better. Well, that's better. I can get it in the middle. Yeah. That's better. All right, so now we have our car going back and forth. We have our clouds. This, now all we have to do is mat and layer it. This, we're going to use foam. So let's carefully turn this over. We're going to go to the top. We're going to go across the bottom. Going to go across on top here to make sure this doesn't collapse. And then we'll put some on the side. pull all this off. Oh, this got pulled too tight. Well, I've never had that happen before where it curled up. Let's see. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that is strange. Never had that happen before. All right. Well, I could blame it on the crazy Florida weather. All right, so now let's push this down to the side. Actually, I'm going to pull that off for a moment. So let's center this. That's why I had trouble with that tape. Make sure that's still sliding. Okay. Now we will attach to our card base. Press down. I will take this, put a little bit more glue. Now it slides. And that's all there is to it with these little pieces. They're kind of nice, and just remember that there are two different kinds. These are the ones that will slide, so your characters that you have on your card won't spin. And the other side, the other kind says rotate, and then your characters will spin. So give them a try. They were on Simon Says Stamp. I'll link it below. And yeah, these are great little cards. These really beg to make sliders out of these. This one was made traditionally. And to keep this from sliding, if you don't have those pieces and you want to have something goes back and forth without going in a circle, if you put the two foam dots next to each other, it will keep it from spinning. And they'll fit on the penny okay. And then this one was the same way. This one's still drying a little bit. Yeah, so that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this. And give those sliders a try. And once again, thanks for watching and stay crafty. Till next time. Bye-bye.